Hey guys, it's me, Christina Marie. Today we are doing a beauty hack video. Yes, I'm going to actually show you guys how to do like all these different hacks and especially make your own magnetic lashes. This is the magnetic lashes. You guys can see they are on there like glue. These are not magnetic lashes. I just made them. Don't spend your money. Don't waste your money. Don't go spend 20 bucks on a pair of lashes when you don't even really like them because you just want to try a magnetic lash. I'm going to show you guys how to take your lashes. I don't care what lash it is and make it magnetic. Yes, this is the best hack, but it's not just only about the magnetic lash. It's also about beauty hacks, how to make you not look grouchy with your eyebrows. A lot of people do their eyebrows and they look mean. I'm gonna show you guys how to not look mean. I'm gonna show you how to do, like, make your face look skinnier, how not to contour, because a lot of people need help contouring. They want to look skinny, but when they put a contour on their face, they look like a clown. I'm not saying that you're a clown. I'm just saying some people can look like they're a clown. Anyways, let's go ahead and roll on over to that video of showing you guys how to do these lashes, how to do this, how to do that, and blah, 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 and blah, 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 blah. So let's go ahead and just roll on over to that video. Okay, so here are my lashes. You can see these are a full lash. And here is the liner. Now, I've tried several liners off of Amazon, and they all pretty much work the same. The one thing with these magnetic liners is that you gotta dip to really get a lot of product. There we go. Okay, so I coated it really good. So this is how I coated it, you know. You can swipe it on like this. And I kind of like put a little extra at the ends because your ends are always important. Flipped it over. Just made sure that it went all the way through right here. And then we're going to lay it down like this. And we're going to let it dry. You see how? So we're going to lay it down like that. And we're going to let it dry. You see how it doesn't touch, it stays up to dry. That's why I like these lash holders, because you can lay it down while your glue gets tacky or while you're doing a trick like this and let it dry. Okay guys, so I just showed you how I put the eyeliner on the actual lashes, whatever lashes you have. Okay, I already put the eyeliner on my eyes. It is dried. We're going to see. We're going to zoom in really close to see if this just pops right on like it should. Okay, guys, you see the eyeliner, right? It's shiny, right? So let's see. I'm just going to take my tweezers because I don't think that you guys can see when I'm super close and I'm using that blue binder to put them on, even though I love just kind of like pop them on with the blue binder, but I know it's large and bulky. Not everybody has that, so everybody has tweezers. So let's go ahead and see if this one just will pop right on. Will it attach? Let's see, push that down, and take this off my lashes and push that down. And it's down. Look at that. And you guys can see, like, if I were to screw up and put it up here or mess it up, it's not going to transfer. So I'm just going to push these down together like this. Wow, they're on and they're comfortable. Now let's pull it. Just so you guys know, I'm not pulling my lashes. I'll grab the tip of this. I'll grab the tips because, you know, a lot of people will pull them, but they'll pull their lashes. Okay, look at this. Wow. You see that? Strong hold. Doesn't make a mess. And you know, you can screw up, put your lash on wrong, and then readjust it, and it's fine. Look at that. Okay, guys, for demonstration purposes, I thought I would show you how to put it on with the binder. I'll put a link down in the description box if you guys are curious about this tool. It's very, very cheap. I've used this for years. Okay, so this is what you do. You just kind of push it down, pop it on, and it is done. Do you see that? That's how easy it is, regardless if you're doing glue or doing a trick like this to make magnetic eyelashes. Very, very easy. Okay guys, so it's early in the morning. As you can see, I have no makeup on, I'm in my pajamas, and I'm doing dishes, and it was like, just came to me. How to clean all your beauty blenders at one time really, really quick. Check it out. So I had all my beauty blenders here soaking overnight. I just put them in some hot water and then I forgot about them. There's a lot in here and you can see that they are really, really dirty. So they've been soaking, right? And I'm like, oh, I hate to wash each one of these one at a time. So this is what I discovered. Get my blender, get a bowl of really hot water, grab my Dawn dishwashing soap. And yes, if you're thinking what I'm thinking, that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna pour this in there, right? And then check it out. Okay, so you see the soap in there, right? I'm gonna take each one out of the water. I'm just gonna wring it out and then I'm gonna put it in there. So when I say wring it out, I mean, look how dirty that is. Just grab it, wring out the water, and throw it in the clean, hot, soapy water. Look at, this is that face and body one. Huge, and you can see how dirty they are. That water is dark. Let me just kind of show you guys this one that I did. That was marker, that's not gonna come off. Look how clean it came out. And yes, these little cuts were there before, so don't worry about that. Okay, here we go. The blender. Check it out. You see how they just go through the blade? So if the water's splattering, kind of like this one is because I have so many, you can just cover it and then do it like that. Because you'll feel it. You'll feel them come through the blade. Or you can tilt the bowl and just have them go into the blade like that. So let's wring it out and you guys can see what I was talking about. This is that big body and face one. Look at this. Isn't that freaking amazing? Look at that. Just wring this one out in some water. You can see that it will still have some of the suds in it. Just make sure to wring them out really, really good, or soak them in some clean water after they're clean. So I want you guys to see this. This is a white blender, right? And look at that. I mean, yeah, white blenders, they actually stain. But look at this. Like, there's a tiny little stain right there. But look at this. Isn't that amazing? Okay, guys, so look at it. These are the blenders that we cleaned. You already saw that one. And here's better lighting of the white one. Yeah, look at that. Check it out. Like completely clean. Look at this one. How dirty this one was. Pretty darn cool. So it's just going to soak in some hot water for now. I want to kind of get the soap out of it, wring them out, and they're good. When you are doing your contour, like a lot of people will get a dense brush like this. Let me show you what a dense brush will do. Especially if you're not a professional in makeup. A lot of people do this. A lot of people make this mistake. And I'm going to show you a hack how to not make this mistake when you contour. You got a brush, right? A lot of people go, oh, shoot. Like, and they'll smear it, and then they'll have lines everywhere, right? A hack to not do that is to take, you see how big this brush is? It's like a blush brush, right? It just has at an angle. You can even do this with a blush brush. I'm going to do the same thing, right? Tap, 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 right? Now check this out. Look at that. Huge difference, right? A trick is to tap off the extra. You just go in, right? Look at this. And then you just kind of, it makes everything nice and soft and natural looking. Look at that. Versus this, right? Same brush, didn't redip, right? Harsh lines. Now, you're going to work forever to get this out. So if you did this mistake, you just wipe off the extra and constantly work it, right? Oh my gosh, like that's way too dark and that is not budging, obviously. So what you can do is take your foundation puff and go right on top of it. Or if you don't want to do that, you can take a powder and just kind of blend it out with a facial powder. Okay, now when doing your nose, a lot of people don't do their nose because it looks weird. You have two lines going down your nose. So here is a brush. You can see it's angled as well. You can take whatever brush that's fluffy like this, dip it into the powder, tap off the excess. A lot of people do this. Check it out. So I'll do on this side. Right? So they just do that. But there's a line. I don't know if you noticed the line is more defined when you do that. Okay? So a way to avoid that is to get a brush like this. Or, this is my holy grail, is to get a puff like this. You can even use a material as long as it's puffy and it's like this type of material. But let's show a brush. So we're going to dip it in, right? Tap off the excess. And then you're just going to go down like that. Now, you notice I notice a line more here than I do there, even though this side is contoured. So that's what, but let me show you this because this is my holy grail. So this is by Tati Beauty. Let me just dip. You can use material. Dip on your hand, and then I do this. I just pat, and then it will make it airbrushed. And it is contoured. It doesn't have a harsh line. It more blends in. Let me fix this side. If you really, really screw up your nose contour, this is what I do. And you know what? I've never seen this done. If you like this hack, hey, try it. But this is what I do. Okay, so I will take it, and it almost feels like I'm going over the whole, like, top of my nose, right? And then, okay, so it looks like my nose is all dark, the whole thing, right? But I will take a brush. Let me just clean this off real quick. And then I will take a lighter shade. I'm going to take this one and this one on the brush. And just do that. And that will separate. I'm going to take more of the neutral shade because it's a little white. That will separate the contour. Okay. Hold on, that's a little bit too white. If you screw up, you can take your powder puff and just go up on the sides. And what this is doing is pushing that line upward and fading it. There you go. So my nose is contoured. It's not an extreme contour. It's more of a natural contour. Okay, eyebrow mistakes. A lot of people make their eyebrows look like too harsh, like they're mean or grouchy, and we don't want that. I'll show you guys what's the difference and how to make them not look grouchy using a pencil and using a powder. This is a powder I use. It's just an eyeshadow, actually. And you can see it is lighter than my actual my eyebrow color, just a little bit lighter. That one, not that one, that one. So a lot of people will do this. Okay, so that was the pencil. Now I'm going to do the powder. So my eyebrows are on point with the shape, the color, everything, right? You do want to take a spoolie like this, and obviously we want to brush through them, right? So we're going to brush through them to kind of blend everything together to make it look a little bit softer, right? But even when I blended through it, it's still boxed in the corner, which gives me the appearance of being mad. So both sides still give me the appearance of being mad, even though I faded them with the spoolie, right? So what I will do is I will take a concealer that has a point on it. This is just a brush concealer, right? Cheap Rimmel concealer, right? And now I'm going to change the shape of these brows. What I'm going to do is, look, you see this? This is what makes people mad, is this corner right here. Now when I do this and I take off the corner at an angle, look at that. Instantly, I don't look mad. So what I do is I take off the corner and then I come a line right under, just kind of defining the line a little bit more, just like that. Taking it down just a little bit and then patting it with my finger to blend with everything. Now, if you were to look at both eyebrows, you're like, yeah, she doesn't look as mad. Now, this is another mistake, is that people tend to have their eyebrows, like they take off that edge, but then the eyebrow's facing this way, which it makes their eyebrows point like this. So you can do the same thing. You can just take a straight line with this and take that off that corner, and it kind of rounds. You see how it rounded it? Okay, so which one, if you were to see me on the street, makes me look mad? I look mad here because I'm boxed, and I look softer here. So let's do the same thing. So we're going to take off that corner at an angle just like that. Then we're going to go a little bit under the brow, bringing it down, and then we're going to pat that to blend with the skin. Look at that. Now, I don't look so mad. Isn't a huge difference though? Also, this is another hack. Doesn't it look so drastically different if you guys are really into eyebrows? How this eyebrow looks completely different than this eyebrow, right? This one looks very, very natural to me because it's a powder. It almost makes my eyebrow look fuller and softer at the same time. This side, to me, makes it look a lot more defined. Now, which one do you like? Which one do you prefer? That's really your preference. I mean, I do wear both all the time, but I think the powder just gives you more of a effortless look, if that's what you're going for, where you want somebody to think that you're more of a natural beauty instead of actually this sharp, defined look. That's just my opinion, but that is the difference right there. And that is the hack of how not to look grouchy. Okay, guys, the next hack, your blush. How do I make my face look more slender and not too, you know, a lot of people don't wear blush because it looks so fake on them, or they don't know how to wear it. So most people have a brush that's kind of shaped like this. This is a Christian Dior, but the shape of it most people have. And most people actually don't have a shape like this. You see how it's more rounded? Now we can do this trick with both, but you're going to see the difference, how a brush makes the biggest difference, right? Okay, so I have a Tarte blush, you guys can see. So I'm going to dip this in, right? Then I'm going to pat off any extra, right? And then most people do this, right? They just do a big line. Oh, this is maybe not a good blush to give the example because it's not extremely pigmented. Most people do this, right? Okay, that's fine, right? But you're seeing the blush mostly here, right? And what does that do? That kind of widens the face, because instead of making your face smaller, you're bringing the blush out. And so my focal point goes here. Now, to make your face smaller and skinnier, you would actually just take it right here on the apples, right? But with a smaller brush, you see how it's so much more visible. It's so much more, it doesn't seem as natural. So a lot of people don't wear blush because it's too much. So when you get a nice puffy brush like this, right? You can also use a powder brush. Check it out. So kind of swirl it, and because it has the edges like that, it kind of softens everything around the edges. So you're just swirling in the apples. Now, if you look at it, like where you focused on this side, you're focused right here. So you're going to the center of my face, giving me a slimming appearance, right? And the edges are like tapered off smoothly. Look at that. Even when I turn sideways. Versus here, even when I turn sideways, you focus on this. Or if you focus on this, you can see the difference. How the edges are all tapered off and blended. And this is just like, to me, just like a dot in the face. Make sure not to take your blush down way too far. Keep it smile. And that's where you want your blush. So, since I did that on the other side, I gotta kind of repeat the step on this side. You see? A lot of people are like, oh, that's too much blush. And now I just widen my face because you're looking over here instead of right there. Next, when using highlighter, right? This is the Master Chrome 050 Rose Gold. When using highlighter, a lot of people, if you place a highlighter in the wrong spot, it can actually totally jack up your face. And when I say that, it will bring focus to areas you really don't want to bring focus to. Highlighter, wherever you put it, will bring focus. Okay, so personally, and I know this is a powder brush. This is a powder brush. Personally, I like the dense because I feel like I can blend it more. A lot of people don't, so they go and get a brush like this, right? Clean it off. This is by Wet n Wild. Okay, now if you use a brush like this, right? You dip it in, tap off the extra, right? You never go down here, and you never go down here. Because if you go down here, it's going to look really funny. But I want to show you the difference between the brushes. So you guys can see like this. And when you do a brush like this, you want to swirl. Now see how it brings focus to that spot right there that I don't want, but it's in the area where the highlighter goes, so I can't avoid that. But if I were to bring it anywhere else, that's where you're going to look, right? But a lot of people will be like, straight line. And you don't want that straight line because it doesn't look natural. It doesn't blend into the skin. It doesn't make your skin look like you have that glow. So you want to swirl it. You know what? If you did the straight line, clean off the brush and then swirl it, right? Just like this. And you see how it's like blending more into the skin? Clean it off again. Rub it on some toilet paper and clean it off again and then swirl it. And then take it into the temples and touch into the eyebrows. Now, when you look at me, if I move, you guys can see that's where I have focus, right? It looks nice, but I didn't take it all the way down here. I stopped like right here. Okay, here's a more dense powder brush. So we're going to tap on the side. This is one I like because I don't have to circle as much. I can actually go like this and push with pressure. And you guys can see I'm not really swirling as much, but it already automatically, because of the shape of the powder brush, how it does this similar, kind of just automatically blended into the skin where I wanted it. And I didn't have to blend, circle. This was more of a one swipe and it kind of melts into the skin. Now, if you have a large nose like I do, I never focus right here on the tip of my nose. Why do I want to bring like focus to the tip of my nose? So I will take the excess on my dense powder brush and I will just do the bridge. Look down. I know it looks funny. And this is right there. And now you see how it just brought that focus right there. So remember, a highlighter you want to put anywhere you want focus. If you want focus more to your eyes, you can actually put it under right here, under your eyebrow. If you want focus to your lip, look down like this, smile. And just rub a little bit. And now you can see how it emphasized my peak right here. Okay, so to each their own. But I personally will never, ever get lip injections. Because I feel that people notice when you have a lip injection. Because if you look at anybody's photo and when their lips start to deflate, they get this like right here where it goes in. And so they're talking and like this portion of their lip is sucked in. And when they're talking, you can see their teeth like that. I know it sounds weird, but I don't want to blow up my lips like a balloon and then have them deflate and have more wrinkles or have them like look weird. So I'm going to show you guys a way to make your lips look like they're really big, naturally bigger. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to take a lip liner, and then I'm going to take a lighter lip liner, right? And so I'm going to line my lips like I normally would. Okay, so my lips now are lined. This is my actual lining of the outer of my lip, right? So what I'm going to do now is check this out. So I'm going to smile, and I'm going to connect this peak and this peak. Just like that. And if I wanted to make them even bigger, I could make just a tiny bit over that peak. Just like that. Now, I'm going to fill it in just on the top right there, on the sides, just like that. Now, if your bottom lip is smaller, my top lip is smaller than my bottom lip, you would take this line a little bit further down right here, right there, just to make it a little bit larger. Now, I'm going to do the sides on as well. The center a little bit. Just like that. Now, a lot of people want to learn how to do an ombre. A lot of times, the easiest foolproof way is to do it with 2 lip liners because you are precise on where you put everything. So here's the lighter shade. Now I'm going to go and I'm going to fill it in. Right? It's filled in. Now I'm going to push this into the darker just a little bit. Now, if you look at me, I automatically look like I have bigger lips because they're dimensional. They're 2-dimensional, 3-dimensional, whatever you want to call it. But you can see how you focus more on the center and the outer is darker. You know what? Actually, I think I made this one bigger. So we're going to take the top lip even higher. And just going out. You see how I'm doing on the outside? Just right here. I'm not taking it out over here. I'm just here. Just a little bit. And then connecting. Look how much bigger my top lip is just by doing that. Now, if you wanted them to even look more big than this, what I did is I just got a plain Jane lip gloss, right? This one is pigmented, so it's the same color as the center pretty much. And just leave it on the center. Do not spread it out onto the darker. Now I have a shine to my lip, but you're only noticing the center. Okay, girls, so the worst thing is when you're wearing false eyelashes, that your actual eyelash falls down and separates from the false eyelash. Nobody wants that. And I know a lot of girls think, oh, nobody's going to notice. No, people notice, because if you have false eyelashes and they're up like this, and then your lashes start to separate and fall, that's how your eye is going to look. And it looks really funky to others. So to prevent that, I have my goggles. You can see up top, nothing's going to get in. On the bottom, nothing's going to get in. If I can find a link to all of this stuff, I will post it down below. I'm covering my eyes, right? Because it is time to set my makeup with my spray, with my primer spray. Now check this out. Take it off. My lashes did not get wet because, just so you guys know, water will obviously let your lashes fall, or a spray will make your lashes fall. In this way, it didn't. But if you're concerned that I just sprayed my face, it looks all glowy, it looks beautiful, but my eyes look too harsh because it's dry under here and I didn't put a setting spray. What you do is you take your setting spray and you just spray it on to your blender like this. And you just go like this and you just dab it on there. Trust me, this works, and it gives your eyes this youthful appearance because it melts away any powder on there, but your eyelashes will stay put. Okay, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comment section what you guys thought. I will actually post a link to a lot of the products, like the lash holder, you know, different lashes, different magnetic eyeliners, different brushes. Anyways, I really, really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I enjoy, you know, the interaction with you guys. I try to comment to every comment that you guys leave me. Thank you so much for supporting my channel. I love all of you guys. Thank you so much. And I hope you guys really enjoyed all these hacks. Let's go ahead and just roll on over to the quote of the day. I'm Christina Marie. I'm out. Bye. Love you.